Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be trying some bits from HNB, which I'm really excited about. But first off, let's discuss the fact I sound disgusting. Sam has given me some sort of plague, and I'm dying, so yeah. But I didn't want to miss an upload for you guys, so today we're going to be talking about the HNB collection. They had an absolutely amazing sale on TikTok Shop. The foundation was like £8, the concealer was like £5. So I've got everything to try apart from the pressed powder, because I'm not really a pressed powder girl. So we've got the concealer and the foundation. I've got the Soft Focus Luminous Glow Tint, which is like the Charlotte Tilbury dupe. I've got the bronzer, and I've also got the loose powder. So without further ado, we're going to try these out today and see what I think of them. I also finally bought a little handheld mirror. This was like £4, so I'm excited to not have to use any sort of packaging base thing. Now I've got a cute little mirror to see me. Right, so I have got a little bit of Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base on, and we're going to go first in with the Soft Focus Luminous Tint. So, let me get into this box. I cannot get into the box. Okay, so in here we have the tint, and we also have a kabuki brush, which it recommends you apply with. I believe I got this one in the shade number 1. Yes. So this is GT1. That's what that looks like. And this is a very kind of loose, fluffy brush. So I'm going to do what I would do with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter with this. I'm just going to pop a little bit on the forehead. Is anything coming out? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm pretty sure at this point my brain is full of snot. I'm not going to lie. So we're just going to pop, this is much lighter than my Charlotte Tilbury, which I don't necessarily know how I feel about that. I think the thing with the Charlotte Tilbury is it gives me a really perfect like golden glow. But let's see how this shears out. We're just going to use that kabuki brush. I'm just going to buff it into the skin. Okay, for me this brush is definitely like a blush brush. Yeah, but I won't be using this for like a skin tint again. But it's a very nice brush. I'm just very particular about the kind of brushes I use. So this definitely has minimal coverage. It is actually very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury in that sense. I found that a lot of the like drugstore flawless filter dupes are quite a little bit heavier in coverage, whereas this is very, very sheer. And it does look really nice. I feel like it's going to be beautiful under foundation. But like I said, I probably wouldn't use this brush again. And I actually maybe would have gone up a shade in this. It's a little bit like, just like in places around my nose where it's like clung. Because this is dry. So yeah, like the brush, don't particularly like it for the skin tint, and I like this so far. It's interesting. I'm intrigued to keep playing with it. Right, okay, this is just an absolute cult classic. This is the foundation. I went for the shade LF3C. I feel like I've been ordering foundations that are way too light for me lately, so I thought I'd go for something a little bit darker than normal. Normally I'd automatically go for the palest shade. How does this... Oh, right, okay. It's like a screw top. So the pump like pops out. I was just trying to pull that lid off. So this is LF3C. We're going to apply it with a Dose of Lashes. Oh no, this might be a P. Louise F32. Yeah, I think that's P. Louise's numbering system. I'm going to do one generous pump, I think, for now. Is anything going to come out? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to do 2 pumps because it's quite a a small amount that it dispensed. I'm going to apply this. I'm going to see how I like it. I've been very, very into using a brush for my foundation lately, so I'm going to apply it this way, just because that's what I've been enjoying lately. And I actually think that shade is a very nice shade. I wouldn't describe it as cool toned. It's definitely more yellowy. It's not like as pink as some of the shades that I go for, but it does actually match quite nicely. Maybe a hint too yellow, but in terms of actually matching like the tone of my skin, not the undertone, just like the actual shade of my skin, it looks good. Okay, this is not as high coverage as I thought it was going to be. I had a view that this was going to be very similar to the Be Perfect Chroma cover, like quite like a high coverage, but it's not. I describe it as like a, I would say it's definitely a medium, and it actually looks really nice over the top of that glow tint. It looks very kind of natural. It's even not too badly clinging to the dryness on my nose. Okay, I actually really like the way that looks. I'm just going to take another pump. So just the one. And I'm just going to pop it on my cheeks, just so we can see how it builds up. Because I've got some redness because of my cold. Honestly, like I have my flu jab every year and I'm like, haha, I win. And I was literally saying the other day, I was like, I've not had a cold in like longer than I can remember. And now look at me. This is because I got too cocky. This is building up really nicely. It looks really, really settled on the skin, no caking. It's just added a little bit more coverage. And it looks fabulous. I think I'm really going to like this one. Apologies if the lighting's a bit washed out today, but the sun is out. So far, really, really like this packaging. I feel like it could potentially get a little bit messy at the top though, but I like the way this looks. Concealer, I went for the shade SF1 Warm in the concealer, which does actually look quite deep considering that foundation was the third shade and this is the lightest shade. I think maybe they could have done with doing one lighter than that maybe, but it looks like it's going to be a good shade for me. I just feel like with the foundation I'm wearing being the third shade, they definitely could have gone lighter with the concealer. So we're just going to buff that in under the eyes, and I'm going to take it across the eyelids as well. I feel like I'm really putting this one to the test today because, again, I've got nice, delicious big bags under my eyes because my adult body tells me I need to wake up at 6:30, 7 a.m. every morning, despite the fact I feel ill and I wanted to sleep in. But there you go. Also, apologies if anybody's spotted I'm missing a thumbnail and this thumbnail is broken. It's just not been going well in the whole nail situation for me this week. And quite honestly, I'm just too ill to care. Okay, so that's on. That looks nice. I feel like it's definitely going to crease over the lids. Not that, I mean, everything creases on my lids because they're quite oily considering how dry my face is. Doesn't seem to have settled into any lines. I like the way that looks so far. It's covered it up nicely. I did take what was left on my brush over the nose and it has made the nose just a touch cakey, but nothing like overly horrendous. Right, let's do powder. This is the Soft Focus Loose Powder. They do this in 5 shades, so there's a translucent and a fair, light, medium, deep. And I decided to go for fair because I'm actually a big fan of powders that have some colour to them, as you will all know. If you are regulars, you'll know I'm obsessed with the pink powder thing at the moment. So I thought I'd get something with just a little bit of colour to it. because I do feel like at the moment I'm that pale because it's, well, it's meant to be on the way to spring, but it's basically still winter in the UK. I'm very pale, and I feel like sometimes the pink powder is looking a bit dark under my under eyes, so I thought I'd give the fair shade a go. Also, yes, the balloons for my birthday are still going strong. This is just a mini dose of lashes powder puff, because my other one needs a wash. And we're just going to pat that under the eye. Oh, that is really smoothing. I'm going to take what's left over the nose because I don't want to put too much on it. And then putting the same on the other under eye. I've just put slightly less on this one just so we can see the kind of difference. That is very, very smoothing. Very, very flawless. Let's just run a bit over the eyelids. Okay, I like that. I'm impressed by that. That looks really nice. Right, last thing we've got to try today is the bronzer. I went for light warm in the end. I wasn't sure what shade to go for, and actually I thought I would normally go for like a medium shade, but I actually thought this one looked like a really nice like warm tone bronzer, and it kind of reminded me of Bobbi Brown medium, so I was like, let's give this one a go. So I'm just going to take a big fluffy spectrum brush, and we're just going to apply that in the normal places that I would apply a bronzer. This is definitely very warm toned. If you're not a fan of kind of a warmer pinky bronze, this is definitely not for you. But personally, I absolutely love that kind of shade. And it just like, when I put it down then it looked a bit much over the hairline, and it's just blended out beautifully. And that is so incredibly pigmented. Like, that is literally 2 tiny taps in the pan. Overall, I am really impressed with this. I wasn't sure how much I was going to like the foundation, just because I know a lot of like the vloggers and TikTokers and such that have like oily skin really like it. But actually it looks beautiful. It's gorgeous with this luminous base underneath. The bronze is gorgeous. The powder is just a really great general powder. Reminds me a lot of Laura Mercier Translucent. I like the concealer so far. Definitely are going to have to see with that one if it does settle into the lines under my eyes, because I feel like the side that's kind of heavier powdered, it's not settled quite as badly, whereas the side that I've just put like a light dusting of powder on, it has quite settled. So yeah, I'm going to see. I'm going to wear it for today, and I will let you guys know in the comments what I think of it. I do hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know if you've tried anything from HNB in the past. I am going to go and lie down and have another lemsip because I feel like trash. So you've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.